Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to an update on the Gala token. It's been a couple of days since I last covered Gala. We have dropped down significantly, we'll talk about that. But apart from that, we'll also talk about some interesting Gala developments around the burning of the Gala token. It's actually quite interesting. We'll talk about that briefly and then we'll talk about the technicals, all right? We'll talk about the technicals mainly. I'll tell you what to expect in the upcoming days. I'll tell you what happened. But you need to understand the fundamentals. Otherwise, you'll never be able to accurately do technical analysis or trading either. So Gala right now, as I've already shown you, it's been quite bearish. Gala was very bullish in January for a big part because of the hype around some developments on their games they had, but also on different sides of Gala, Gala Music, and Gala Films. And that momentum, you can already see that really during the last week, but also in the last month, you can see that the volume has gradually decreased. The momentum and the hype is kind of getting out of Gala. That doesn't mean it will not return, but that is one of the causes for our recent drops. But apart from that, I mean, Thursday, for example, right here, the main blow that made us drop down below 5.2 cents was the news about the SEC and the whole lawsuit against Kraken and staking. That made us drop down. We dropped down and but what was quite bearish is that, it was actually right here. Excuse me, I mixed up Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, right here it was really the last blow and we dropped down instantly through this very strong support level at 4.7 and 4.6, and that made us drop down to where we are right now at 4.3. Talk about that first briefly to explain the title and in the thumbnail a little bit as well. Gala did have some updates regarding the BPDAU, which is, I believe, it's burn per daily user. Burn per daily active user, which is it's a mechanic in the whole Gala ecosystem, in the Gala blockchain, that a certain amount of Gala is getting burned per daily user, right? So it's nice because that actually burns Gala tokens. This is a great overview. This is actually recent and it's being updated all the time. Even though that's great and we're actually burning 90,000 Gala per day, even though that's great, the full story is a little bit, well, not so great. All right, things like these, excuse me, I cannot really properly talk, but things like these, burns of tokens always work great for communities, right? People think, oh, the token is getting burned, price will go up. But in this case, the inflation is actually still there. We're actually minting over 800,000 Gala per day, or at least today. And yeah, sure, we're burning almost 100,000, but there's still an inflation of 700,000 Gala per day. Compared to the circulating supply, that's not a huge amount, but it's definitely not nothing either. So that's the full picture. So even though it might sound bullish, it's not as bullish as it is. And if you want to check this out, then this is the link. Maybe I can zoom in. You can also go to Dune.com and look for the Gala Burn. All right, then you'll find it. It's a great website, Dune dashboards. But if we then take a look at the technicals, knowing all of the fundamentals, what you'll see is that we found support, as I said, at 4.3, 4.2, strong support level. But as I said earlier, 4.6 and 4.7 really is a stronger key level. And right now what you see is that in that whole level, kind of if we extend it up to 4.8 cents, you'll have the 382 FIB, the 236 FIB and the 200 EMA. It's just technically too strong. The only way in which we could get through this is if we have some really good fundamental developments, which is not something I can predict. It's also not something I expect. So I expect us to, from this level, drop back down to 4.2, 4.3. And eventually, because of the bearish momentum we have right now and the strength of the resistance, I think we'll also drop down to this level between 4 cents and 3.8 cents. That's what I expect for now. We could still be saved by the inflation rate numbers coming Tuesday. If those are bullish, we could actually hold 4.3, 4.2 and start some sort of an uptrend. But if it's really only about Gala and there were no other fundamentals, I'd say that this is the most likely scenario. And for now, it also still is. I'll keep you updated on that. But for now, this is my take on Gala and some fundamental insights I think you needed to know about. If you have any questions, let me know. For now, take care and bye.